Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be covering my match against Kurt in Pepe's Battlegrounds Legends tournament. A big thank you to Pepe for inviting me to this. I wasn't expecting this at all. Basically, I've been on a break, but this weekend that the tournament was on, I had off. I wasn't working, so I just thought, yeah, why not? I'll have a bit of fun. And then I get Kurt the first round. And as a lot of you know, Kurt is probably one of the top 3 players. I say probably. He's definitely a top 3 player in the whole game, which is saying something. So I was just assuming when I saw that, like, yep, okay, I'll give it a go. I'll put up a fight, but I'm probably not going to win because Kurt is way better than of a player than I am. Anyway, getting into this, just going through the drafts. This meta is a bit tricky. Well, the one that we did, it was the encroaching stun and power sting one. So you had to time the intercepts with potentially not getting stunned, potentially taking the power sting damage. It's like a, what would you rather do? Which way would you rather take damage? And if the AI isn't playing into you, then you're going to take damage. If they are, it is pretty skillful. If you can get the intercepts and time encroaching stun well enough, especially with power focus 1, makes it a little bit more risky. But yeah, he places Maestro first. It's a rank 3 Maestro. The big boy. And I place my Domino in turn because I'm pretty sure that I can do this fight better than he can. He's definitely going to take some crit fail damage with whoever he uses. And I know that on a good run, I can usually get this done in about 75 seconds-ish with high health. If 1, I play it right, and 2, I get my intercepts off. Time encroaching stun right. So start off, do a medium, knock him down, wait and howl after the heavy attack. And that gets me to 4 Curse of Lycanthropy charges, or whatever it's called. Get the intercept there, get the power sting off me, and before I cross my next bar, I'm going to do a 5 combo ending in a light to throw my special 1 and time it with encroaching stun. Try and bait a special from him, get a howl off while I'm doing that. And this should put me at 10 charges after this, get me into Curse so that I can put Ruptures on while the glancing's up, extra ability accuracy. Throw the relic, medium into special 2 to time encroaching stun, and that does a lot of damage. And now the goal here is literally get back up to a special 2, and hopefully that should be the fight. Push him to special 2, dash back, howl, get some power gain going, intercept, get the power sting off me. Bait a special 1, which is perfect. Able to land another intercept. Well, I didn't land it, but I was going for it while he was under the bar, just so that I didn't get encroaching stun. And yeah, 78 seconds. Pretty good fight, and as I expected, he took some crit fail damage. But that was a very clean fight. It's not the cleanest I've ever done it, but I was really happy with it when I got out at the end of it. So next here, I'm expecting him to place Onslaught. I thought if he's going to place Onslaught, then I can just place like Red Skull and probably win. Outdo him with Shocker. If he were to place Nick Fury, I probably would have placed my own Onslaught, because he'd have to use Titania. And yeah, go for Shocker here. Let's go for the win. Yeah, if he placed Nick Fury, I'd just throw. I think he placed Onslaught because he knew that he had me round 3 if he kept Nick Fury. But yeah. So, go for an intercept there, missed it, and the medium, thankfully, followed through and got there. Nice dex on the special 1. Go for the intercept, get the power sting off me. Another special 1 dex. And I dexed there just before encroaching stun hit, And because the deck, or it was still registered as a dashback, the decks did still count. I just eat the power sting damage here because I know that this heavy attack is going to kill. But Shocker actually reduces stun duration in his base kit. Mixed with Limber, encroaching stun lasts maybe like a split second. So the dex actually triggered before the stun and it still counted. So it looked like the last projectile just phased through me, which is quite cool. And I still had time to react afterwards. Yeah, just waiting for him to finish up here. And there we go. Right, on to the next round. Yeah, I'll take this to talk about bans for a minute. I went with Hulk, Photon and Bullseye. Reason for Bullseye is because I don't have one and he is an asshole of a defender. Hulk I don't have and he has a rank 3. I do not want to be dealing with that. And Photon because I still haven't had the chance to learn to fight her yet. I do have one of my own at rank 2, unduped, and the unduped part is the main reason that I've left her out, because I'm not good at fighting her, and everyone that I could potentially face has a rank 5 ascended max sig, and she's a lot more difficult to fight with the sig level. Plus, everyone that I would potentially be facing is comfortable fighting her and doesn't really struggle too much. They've all figured her out, whereas I've not yet. So, just to save me losing rounds, I thought that'd be helpful. Okay, next match. I'll be honest, after that first match, the adrenaline really got to me. Like, I had a pretty big adrenaline rush to start, because those two fights that I did, I couldn't really have done them much better, and I put my phone down, took just a sigh of relief, like, yep, okay, I'm not getting 3-0'd, and then it kind of all went to mush. I'll be honest, this second round wasn't very good from me. So, this fight works. This fight definitely works if you don't just completely screw it up like I did. So, I made a big mistake throwing my special there, because now encroaching stun, I wasn't watching encroaching stun, and now I'm not going to have enough power to get back. He intercepts me there, gets stunned, and now I'm panicking, because I'm like, yep, I can't get an intercept off. And there we go, throw it again, not thinking about encroaching stun again. Going for an intercept again, and for some reason, and get specialed, and then encroaching stun hits me, and I'm dead. And that's when this meta goes horribly wrong. I'll be honest, that was mainly nerves. I just got way too nervous under the circumstances, and yeah, fights like that happen. But on his side, he made a much better, or he did much better than I expected him to do. That's the fastest I've seen someone do that Scorpion versus Bishop matchup, so yeah, props to him for that. And I'm looking at my draft now and realised that I used my 1 onslaught counter. So, or my 1 Wolf isn't even the best onslaught counter in this meta, but I just know he works better than everyone else that I have. So I'm just sat here thinking, like, yeah, what do I actually do here? Just place Kindred, see if that potentially messes him up, see if I can do this onslaught with Scorpion. And spoiler alert, I don't. But yeah, it's a best of 5. It's not like this relies on me winning. And I'm 1 up already, so I just need to win 2 of these next 4. if I do want to win this. Yeah, I keep with the poison just so that I can heal a bit more. Since poison naturally reduces regen rate, it lets me heal a little bit further when I don't have as many poisons up. So yeah, I think I tried dexing there and the input just didn't register. I'm not one to usually blame stuff like that, but I've had that a fair amount against Onslaught lately where I feel like I dex and I'm either just a tad bit too late or... Yeah, that one was just a complete screw up on my part. that wasn't that second one wasn't inputs, that was just me. And yeah, it's going to happen again, just here. I throw that just to not get stunned. And I'm going to wait for him to throw this. I don't know why he just held block and charged a heavy there, but... And I dash in trying to go for an intercept. It was going to go for special 2, and I'm just dead. So yeah, this one's an automatic loss. And yeah, I'm not too fussed on that. That's not going to tilt me or anything. I'm just like, yeah, I lost anyway. I didn't really have much chance. So fast forward to round 3, and I'm just thinking now, alright, that's more how I expected this all to go. So I'm just going to chill out, relax, and just take it on the chin. So it's still very early days, so there's still a big chance of me coming back and winning this. I say coming back, it's even at the moment, so there's still a decent chance of me winning. Because it's basically best of 3 now. A couple of good drafts and things start going my way. But then again, I'm still remembering it is Kurt. so I do have to play at my best if I do want to win. And I threw that emote there because I knew I didn't get a domino counter, which is fun. And as soon as I think all hope is gone, I think I might have a defender. He gets a perfect counter, or I say perfect counter, a very good counter to that defender. So, yeah, this one's fun. Plays Kindred because I think his only counters really are Tigra and Valk. Or Valk could potentially do it, but Tigra's probably his best bet. Go to Sunspot this Nick, and he goes with Kate Bishop, which is quite surprising, since Tigra can do that Kindred quite quickly. But yeah, now that he's using Kate for that, I think that I have a decent shot in winning this just on time, because I know I can do this fight with near 100% health. At very worst, eating a single power sting. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to wait until I just get to special 2, because I did a bit of testing before this. I'm not going to do that at all. I did this for the next match, never mind. But yeah, just going to throw my relic there into the stun, and before trying to intercept to get that power sting off me, I'm just going to milk it for willpower healing, and then I'm going to go for an intercept when I've got 2 of them on me. I'll be honest, I thought I did that before throwing the special one. Yeah, I think here, I'm just going to throw it. I got lucky that he dashed back in there, but I had to eat the power sting damage just because I'd rather take 13% of my health than him combo me, get all crits, and end in a light and instantly dead. Thought that was a much better trade-off. But yeah, 91%, and by the skin of my teeth, I only just clutched that round. That was less than 100 points. That was 81, which is literally a second slower and I lose that. So I got I got quite lucky there. And then he's going to place down his domino. Which, honestly, I thought I'd throw the round here. I put Onslaught down hoping that he'd use Tigra. And to my surprise, he picks Fuse Trampman, I think. Pretty sure I did anyway. Yeah. I was quite surprised by that, because I thought he was saving his Tigra, or I thought he didn't use Tigra against Kindred because he wanted to use her against Onslaught. So I just go for Scorpion here, just because I don't need Scorpion for anything else in round 3. And yeah, he's probably the best option I have against this domino. And I've done this matchup before. It's just half the time, you can never tell. You can never assume that a domino fight's going to go well, even with a good counter, let alone without. So, I'm just going to keep comboing. I'm going to throw my relic just as the stun comes. I'm going to try and push her to special 2. And I just eat the power sting damage. I'll be honest, I don't know why I threw it there and not wait for the stun, but... Oh yeah, I think it's because I thought I could get back to special 1 before in time, which I did. And so far this is going quite well. And then I open my mouth. I'm thinking at this point, like, wow, this is actually going okay. I might have a chance at winning this round. And you'll see what happens. So I tried dashing out of that, and the light hit reached me before my dash back finished. So it clipped me on the way. So yeah, just get a little bit of healing at the very end. And then just finish it off. And luckily, he took a bit more damage than I expected. So I was preparing myself mentally for round 3. But it was enough. So I'm up 2-1 at the moment, and I'm thinking, okay, knowing Kurt, he's probably going to come back from this. And I'm feeling good, I'm feeling kind of confident. Just thinking, okay, if I can get a decent draft here, then I think this will be alright. Yeah, I was hesitating on picking Domino, just because I thought, right, if I pick Domino here, he's going to get Shuri in the next round. And when I don't pick her, it never happens. When I do pick her, it always happens. Just the luck of the draw. So I pick Hulkbuster here to go for Onslaught, I think, or for Killmonger. One of the two, and then Fuse Trampman. Either defense or Onslaught. And he gets Maestro. And I don't get a Maestro counter. So I pick up Sunspot. So yeah, he's definitely got me in the draft here. He goes for Maestro first, so I think I'd just go and try and throw this round. Do I? Yeah, I do. I was debating picking Bishop there to go on defense, but I throw Void down just so that it wastes Nick Fury. And then I'm just going to throw Sunspot for this, because I'm not going to win this round regardless of who I use. And turns out Sunspot can actually do this fight. Rank 3 Maestro, and I was not expecting it in the slightest. But turns out with the glancing, you can actually bypass bypass. Usually when an opponent's Incinerate immune, like Maestro is. What was I saying? Yeah, when an opponent's Incinerate immune, Sunspot doesn't gain a burst of power when his charges fail. But since the glancing reduces the ability accuracy of it, then it gives him a burst of power still. So while the glancing's up, I just gain extra power, which is quite nice. For each incinerate that would have failed. So it just means I can build up my power absolutely rapidly. I'll be honest, I was trying to throw a special one there, and got built too high. I'll say, unless, at this point, I'm thinking, unless by some sort of miracle, he's taken loads of damage, there's no chance I win this. And get the power sting off just before encroaching stun, and finish with 1%. Now, that was a lot slower from him than I expected. I was expecting that to be like a 40-second fight. But it was a similar time to what I finished in, it's just he had a lot more health. Yeah, I think I'd place Onslaught next here, because I'd need to do that to have any chance at winning this next round. But he knows that he can throw, so he's going to throw this round. I think he places Kingpin, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, and then I use Future Ant-Man just because in my head I can use Hulkbuster against Onslaught or Killmonger. You'll wait and see what happens with that. But he throws his Sunspot, which is the best move he can make instead of going for the win here, because that near guarantees in the win unless I do this Onslaught fight very well with Hulkbuster. But yeah. So, what should be done in this fight is just special 2s. Just go 2 special 2s and then that should get him down. But I think to avoid encroaching stun or to, I don't know what I did. I think I tried, in my head to start with, I keep forgetting, like, oh yeah, you need this to actually stick to do any damage, and by the time I get to special 2, that disintegration will be gone. So, yeah, it was kind of pointless me going for that in the first place, but it stopped the encroaching stun timer, so it's worth it. Dash back, go for an intercept, and then special 2. And yeah, one more of those will get him down. Just need to get back up there. The thing I like about Future Ant-Man in this meta in particular is that it's so easy to get intercepts because of the Surgeon Swarm. It's kind of like a permanent Infuriate in a way. It's really nice. Just go for an intercept there. I'm just going to eat the Power Sting damage, just because I know I win this round anyway. Yeah, I wasn't going to take that much damage, or as much damage as he did, unless I got hit. And I'd rather take the little bit of Power Sting damage rather than a lot of hits to the face. So I think this last round I placed Bishop. He places Onslaught. I went for Bishop because I thought, okay, all the Bishops I've all the Bishops I've fought before this match, all of them have thrown special 1 when I've done combos and then turtled, like done 4 hits, 4 lights, and then not 4 lights, medium, light, and then hold block. He always throws his special 1 into my block. Always. Or at least 5 times he did that. And I thought, okay, I'm just going to really hope the AI screws him over. And lo and behold, it didn't. But the AI seems to screw me over a lot in this fight. So I just go for an intercept there, get intercepted by a special 1. And then try and get an intercept off it, and nothing happens. I tried to hit into his block there, and he intercepted me again. What I didn't know at the time of this, and at the time of all of this tournament, is that champs like Hulkbuster, Valk, or not necessarily Valk, but because she's stun immune anyway when she has one of her bulwarks, but any champ that needs you to hit into block, like Hulkbuster, with his, you want to throw specials into block. If you use your relic, like I tried hitting into block again there, and he just light intercepted me. If you use your relic to avoid encroaching stun, for some reason that means the AI will have like a permanent infuriate on them, so they're never going to hold block. Don't know why, don't know how that works, but it just makes them a lot more aggressive, and it means champs like Hulkbuster cannot really work. And until like a few days before the meta ended, I had no idea about that. But yeah, it's 2-2 at the moment. This is the round that decides it all. Both of us going for the same bans, and it's all just down to me hoping now. So go for, just try and pick defenders, and then he instantly gets the counter, and I don't get domino counters, of course. Until like Future Ant-Man, which isn't really a domino counter, but I go for Wolf just in case he gets like Maestro or something, or I can use that against Bishop potentially. But I do not like the way my draft looks at the moment, and he goes for his Killmonger. Yeah, right now, I've just lost this already. Because his draft definitely outdoes mine by a lot. So he goes for his Domino first, because I thought he didn't have a Sasquatch counter, and he's going to use Valk for this. And I just need to hope that crit fail RNG goes my way, because if it doesn't, I'm just going to lose this purely on crit fail damage. And already I've lost about 5% of my health. Literally just off crit fail. I've lost 7%. And it just keeps going. I keep getting crit failed, and yeah. And eat a special one. None of this is helping. Eat the power sting because I want to avoid a crouching stun, and already I've lost this on health. So I need to hope by some sort of miracle that I can get through the next 2 rounds. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to let that expire, get a second disintegrate up, use my relic just to avoid encroaching stun, go for an intercept, special 2. Those first 2, the hits, the bursts of damage failed. 15% chance twice in a row. That failed. And the last one luckily gets it. I was faster, but again, the amount of crit fail damage I took means that I lose this on health. So right now I'm relaxed, because I think, okay, it was fun while it lasted. The only hope I potentially have is if I have a perfect Kate vs Killmonger fight, because he's probably going to place his Killmonger now. And what does he do? Come on, Kurt. He doesn't place Bishop. He places his Killmonger. So I place Nick Fury just in hopes, like, okay, please just be nasty. Please, Nick, just do what you do best and screw people over. So, I think when I got out of this tournament, the first thing a lot of people asked me were, why did you try throwing this fight? Now, it's a very good question. We'll get to that. So, the worst part about this meta and the AI changes that everyone's been ranting about is muscle memory. Muscle memory is the absolute worst. So I go for my relic here. Again, bear in mind this triggers that thing where they just don't hold block. So, things are going quite well so far. He dexed out of my special 1. What? But yeah, refresh them. Go for... I'll be honest, I went for a light intercept and then just let him do the riposte. That counts as an intercept. Thought he'd dash into me there because I was holding block turtling, but he special intercepts me and sends me down to 20%. At this point, I'm just like, yep, it's over. GG's. I just threw this. I just threw it all away. And yeah, I was going to emote, but I thought, no. That'd be a dick move. So, what happened on his end is that I think the encroaching stun got him, and Nick Fury finished a light ender combo. And I run 5 out of 5 deep wounds, so that did a lot of damage. And that gave me new life. Muscle memory, going in for intercepts when you're turtling and they're dashing in. That used to work, it does not now. Noted for the future. And that nearly just lost me, got me kicked out of the tournament. But yeah, I placed my werewolf because I didn't think that he really had a good counter. He could definitely do it quickly. But I was just hoping that by some sort of miracle, he'd just be annoying with his AI. And also by some sort of miracle that the bishop, like the 4 or 5 bishops that I fought previously, just doesn't throw his special 1 into my block randomly, like he always has been. Now I've got to nail this special 2 dex. I'm not very good at that. I'm so glad that I got that one. And then special 3, again, need to hope that Infuriate actually works and does what it's meant to do, and thankfully it does, and that won me the match. This was the biggest adrenaline rush I've ever had, and that was an absolutely bonkers match. So close the whole time. Yeah, I'll leave a link to Kurt's channel down in the description. He played incredible here. I'll just throughout this whole thing. And yeah, thank you to him for a match to remember. But yeah, that'll do me. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Take care, and I will see you in the next one.